Here at Coaster Dash, we talk about theme parks big and small, and perhaps the tiniest park with the youngest demographic I've been to is this one right here. Peppa Pig theme park opened in February 2022 as the second gate to the Legoland Florida resort. Legoland Florida actually uses the same parking lot, so if you wanted a park hop, you absolutely could. Peppa Pig theme park is located an hour away from downtown Orlando and about 40 minutes from the Walt Disney World resort. A one-day ticket to just the Peppa Pig theme park is $35 US, which is really expensive, but not as bad as I originally expected, I guess, because you have to consider that this park is owned by Merlin Entertainment, a company that charges a lot for their theme parks. If you look at Legoland next door, that costs about $90, but obviously it's not the best comparison to make since that park is much bigger than this one. If you want a one-day multi-park ticket, that'll run you $125. Now that's certainly a lot of money, and if I owned the two parks, I'd cut the price down by like $50, but if you're a coaster enthusiast, I'd probably just go with that route. It's better than having to visit twice, not to mention parking is $20, and 2 parking tools would bring that up to $40. When you park, you'll be faced with the back side of the park, which is a little confusing, but it's not too difficult to navigate to the entrance due to its small size. All you really gotta do is walk a corner until you're greeted by this bright and colorful rainbow entryway. Upon entering the park, the first thing you'll notice will probably be their signature ride, Daddy's Pig roller coaster. Now I know it's really small, but you've got to remember who this park's target audience is. It was built entirely for preschoolers and anyone around that age. That said, this ride has gotten memed by teenage coaster enthusiasts because the name is just so silly, but it really is a good ride for kids. I will admit I had a spark of curiosity to ride this because as far as I'm concerned, this might be the only launched junior coaster in the world. It has this little drive tire section in the middle of the ride that gets you back up to speed. It also doubles as Imperiala's first lift and launch family coaster installation, which is what they're dubbing the ride model's name. Now it'll be interesting to see if this starts flying off shelves because their popular family gravity layout absolutely has. In my opinion, this is a much better alternative because it's much smoother, has a little bit of speed to it, and as I said, that launch adds quite a bit of uniqueness. I also have to say I love the front car with Daddy Pig on it. It's absolutely adorable. Some other minor details, the coaster sends you around the layout twice, so the ride time is doubled. It has this water sprayer right before the launch that may get you a little bit wet, and oh yeah, the queue for this thing as you enter Peppa Pig's house, which is a really cool touch for the little ones. In general, you'll see a lot of interactive attractions throughout the park, which makes this place a paradise for preschoolers. There's statues of well-known characters that actually talk to you, and there's play structures and shows here as well. They even went as far as to put a water play structure and some water pads in, which I'll admit I was considering going in because it was like 90-something degrees when I visited this place. None of the other rides here seemed all too unique, but they do have this little balloon ride that gives a panoramic view of the park, a tiny drop tower, and they have one of those pony truck models that are great for little kids. So far, I've tried to look at things from the perspective of what it would be like if I were a really young kid. I think for what Merlin Entertainment was trying to accomplish, they did a great job. I can't really think of too many things I would change. Of course, I do think the park is pricey, but oddly enough, my brother had a weird experience entering this park because he just kind of walked in and no one said anything. He had a valid admission ticket to get in, but it was on my phone and I was already in the park, so when I saw him chilling on a bench in front of the coaster, I'm thinking, how the heck did he get in here? To be fair, there's not really any ticket turnstiles here. It's just a single employee out in the open scanning your tickets, but I could easily see how you could miss him. I, for one, walked right by him until an alarm went off in my head saying, wait, did I just enter this park illegally? When I realized that, I went back to the guy to scan my ticket, but I remember him having a very confused look on his face. Anyways, a more relevant topic I wanted to talk about real quick is I wasn't sure how this park would play out at first, because I don't think Peppa Pig is really all that big in the United States. I know it's popular in the UK, but I've talked to coaster enthusiasts that have had no idea what Peppa Pig was before this park was built. At the very least, I almost feel like they should have built this park next to Legoland Windsor in England before bringing it over to the States. I'm not sure if it's a plan to add that next to their Legoland, but if not, it makes me wonder why they made the decision to add it in Florida. If I were planning something like this, I probably would have just added a big new area to Legoland, not made a new theme park out of it. But hey, even if it's a small park, it's been successful enough to where all of these concerns really don't matter. I noticed several kids that were so excited to see the characters and ride the ride, so that's what counts. So for this park's final score, I actually won't be giving it a rating. What can I say? It's the furthest park away from my target audience of any park I've been to, so how can I give it a fair rating? I just think they did a near perfect job for what they were aiming for. What other park out there is suitable for specifically preschoolers? Because I can't think of any. It also absolutely works if you have a disabled child, as the park went out of their way to make it autism certified by utilizing signage describing the minimum use of senses needed for each attraction. If you're the average Orlando tourist, a roller coaster enthusiast, or really anyone that isn't a parent or guardian, I don't really think I'd recommend this park, but I personally enjoyed soaking in the atmosphere and seeing what a park meant for an audience this young looks like. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. If you could do me the favor of liking this video and subscribe, it would be really appreciated. There's plenty more reviews and countdowns coming in the future, so stay tuned for those and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.